All right, we'll get started with Jace. Jace, go ahead.
Hey, Cheryl, right there with them for most of the night. Just feel like one of those nights where maybe in the fourth, like a turnover here and then like the flagrant, just those little things kind of make the difference in a game like this.
Yeah, no question about it. You know, that was unfortunate, and it's like games like these, you need the officiating to be a little more balanced. We're not a team that fouls, and at halftime we had just 8 fouls. We finished with 21. So you always need some breaks, which they certainly got tonight, unfortunately. At key times where I thought we had some momentum got taken away. But yeah, I mean, you're on the road and you're playing against a really good offensive team, and we were hanging in there, and then just those plays that kind of broke our back, whether it was a call or whether it was our own doing, empty possessions on offense because we're not connected on what we're doing, which is what we were talking a lot about. Are we getting better in that area? Yeah. I thought that the second half, our defense we played a little more to our identity, like we want to play. So that was hopefully good progress for us as we head to Dallas. And, it was good to see, Powers play well. Obviously, still doesn't get any respect in this league. The types of hits that you take. You watch a lot of video. They send you all these points of emphasis and stuff, and I guess that's just to check a box that they sent the videos to everybody, and it actually doesn't happen in a game, which is unfortunate. That still, it's got to be darn frustrating. I don't know how she keeps her composure.
All right, we'll go over to Lucas. Lucas, go ahead.
Coach, Jess had another really solid game again tonight, 14 points, 14 rebounds. What do you like about her game that she showed so far here through 6 games?
I think the same thing you guys are seeing. She's, third double-double. She's a player you can put the ball in their hands from decision-making. And I didn't think it was her best game in that regard. I thought she missed some stuff that was open. But she's on the glass. You got to have, you got a front line that can get you some boards. And those two got 25 of our 36 rebounds. So and Jess. So that's what Jess is doing. She's rebounding and making plays, and she's grown in her confidence in terms of her individual offense.
We'll go over to Jack and then John. Jack, go ahead.
Hey, Cheryl. AP tied a high in a Lynx uniform with 6 assists tonight. Had a few passes that were pretty eye-opening. Is that something that you've been trying to emphasize with her? Is just another player who can enter the ball into the post of players? So.
Not really. We've just emphasized making sure that the ball's moving and like with the idea again that we're connected on offense, not being ball stoppers, that or do hard things. Those are the only things that we've talked to our group about, including AP. I just thought tonight she was, just kind of in a really good place that we've seen her before, and we haven't seen much this year. So I think it was fun for her to kind of get back to herself.
And then tonight you guys shot much better in the paint. I know that's been an issue in some of these games here at the start of the year. Is there anything that you saw that might have been the driving force behind that as opposed to maybe some of the previous games?
No, I think that we were pretty persistent in it. We didn't play bad. We had just had moments that we, kind of do the, kind of shoot ourselves in the foot type of thing. But I just thought, we're a paint team. And so 40 points in the paint is not surprising to me.
Go over to John. John, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Coach. Tougher night for Kayla tonight. How much do you attribute that just to kind of getting back into the swing of the WNBA season after overseas?
I don't know. I'm sure she was tired. She was tired in LA. So I don't think Kayla would want you to say that, because she's tired. Just, I think the couple of games that we've played here in Vegas with K-Mac, these are not her best games. Her former team is going to make it very, very difficult for Kayla to have the kind of game that she had in LA.
Go over to Leo. Leo, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. So Avina had, that tough flagrant one foul that was called against her. And, was that anything that you felt like, a mistake she made, or do you feel like that was just a poor call? I mean, I don't want to get you in trouble or anything with that.
No,
But that felt like a
no,
really
that's actually the one I wouldn't complain about. Probably 99% of the other ones I would complain about. But that particular one, they've been very consistent with that. It is a point of emphasis that you cannot land. And I'm glad that we're really locked in on this. We are officiating this correctly. You cannot contest and land in a shooter space. If you're going to contest and you're going to do it, you're going to go airborne, you got to get to the side of them to make the contest. Our players know that. That's consistently being called a foul. And I think that was correct. And so again, just to learn.
As a quick follow-up to that as well, too, she played really well in that first half as well, too, especially in that first quarter. She had a block, couple of steal, got to the line. What did you like from what you saw from her today?
Everything you just said. She was aggressive, got to the line, right? Was active on defense. She's learning, she's been in kind of key moments of games. And so, she's just trying to gain some knowledge and seeing how she can help. I like that she has an aggressiveness. She's got some quickness to the ability to get into the paint. She's got an ability to defend. So, she's helping us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we'll go over to Jace. Jace, go ahead.
Hey, Cheryl, like you mentioned, did not play bad tonight. And this, frankly, is three pretty, even if it's 1 and 2, it's three pretty strong performances. So even when you look at the whole record, how do you feel about where this team is at right now? And maybe now being able to say, okay, now we can really start nitpicking again here to turn even these competitive losses into wins versus.
Yeah, that's where we're at. I mean, I don't look at a record. I never do, whether it's, you're winning every game, you never look at your record, you're always locked in on, trying to win the game that you're focused on. And now we turn our attention to Dallas. Dallas will be the biggest game of the year because it's the next one. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the things we talked about. We liked our little greater commitment defensively to things we want to get done. And so we're going to take that to Dallas and see if we can continue to grow. And yeah, I mean, I feel like we can start to, lock in on some of the details. I think we've gotten some consistency now. Things are settling in, and it was no question. The start to the season in terms of the schedule. Even if you had a settled in team, was going to be tough. But where we are and where we've gotten to personnel wise, and looking at how we've played the last 3 games, I'm going to take the the positive side of things in terms of how I think we're improving. And that's the thing we're trying to get done. It's not a sprint, as they say. We got a lot of games ahead of us, and just keep improving in the areas that we feel strongly about, and make sure that that's what we're locked in on, and see if you can win the next game.
All right. We got to get Coach out of here. So thank you.
Thanks, everybody. All
Thanks, Cheryl.
right, see you.
Laura, you can go ahead with questions on the Zoom.
All right. We'll start off with Jace. Go ahead, Jace.
Hey, so you guys
Yes.
had it within 1 in the 4th quarter. What do you think was the difference tonight? It seemed like just a turnover here and then the flagrant there. Did it just feel like little plays were kind of the difference that you need to beat a team like that on the road?
Yeah, we knew exactly what it take. I thought we had a great second half defensively and offensively against Vegas tonight, but little things like within the last 2-3 minutes, of course, the flagrant, of course, giving a wide open layup. So that was 5 points within 30 seconds. So we have to control things like that when we're that close.
In general, what did you like defensively about what you did in the second half versus the first half?
Just talking and moving and helping each other out. We was helping the helper and just dribbling. That's how we have to be day in and day out.
All right. We'll go over to Lucas. Lucas, go ahead.
So Jess has had a pretty strong start to her season this year. How have you seen her kind of evolve and change from the player that she was maybe last year to the player that she is today?
Well, I think Jess came in as a rookie and got hurt, so she was doing those things. So I think what you guys are seeing is what she left off at. And she's been doing really well, and she's learning on the fly too, because in our eyes, Jess is still considered as a rookie. She haven't played in the last 2 years. And so we just throwing a lot of things at her, and she responded well. And so I'm happy with her play.
Next up, Jack. Go ahead, Jack.
Hey, Sil, you guys shot much better in the paint tonight, and just really in the last two games, you've gotten much cleaner looks inside. Do you think anything has changed in the offense to get you cleaner looks, or is that just kind of the introduction of a couple of shooters into the offense?
I think our shooters are now knocking down shots, so it makes it much easier for me to get good looks inside. And of course, K-Mac play a big part in that. AP is coming along and playing her game very well. And so I think them knocking down shots on the perimeter helped me inside.
And then sticking on AP, she tied her career high in assists in a Lynx jersey with 6. Had a couple of really impressive high-low passes into you and Jess. What do you think she can provide when she's, not only getting into the paint and finding her shot, but also, being kind of a fulcrum that you can
just focusing on what she does well. We know AP can get to the hole. We know she's always looking to pass. And so us putting her in good spots and making sure we get open and making sure we talking to her constantly, I think is something that she can be good at.
And is that something you felt like you maybe weren't doing the first few games of the season when she had kind of, had to carry a heavier playmaking load?
Yeah, I think we have to constantly talk to AP. And so letting her know and letting her hear our voice of what we need her to do really help her out. And so we got to just keep talking to her.
Thank you.
We'll go over to Sydney. Sydney, go ahead.
Thank you. Hello, Sil. Cheryl indicated that maybe the officiating could have led to some frustration for you. Do you agree with that?
I try to hold my composure as much as possible because I know when I flip my wig, it kind of takes me out of my game. But it does get frustrating to not get calls, I guess, because it's not getting impacted or I'm still getting a shot up. They don't consider it as a foul, but I guess I need to start throwing my head and floating and screaming, which is so out of my comfort zone. But if I have to do it, I have to do it because a foul is a foul.
Thank you.
Any more questions for Sil?
Yeah, so I mean, does it feel like that's what's going to take at this point? Because you haven't taken more than 5 free throws in a game this year yet. I mean, that seems low.
I don't want to go out of my comfort zone by doing things that's uncharacteristic of what I do. But I think I definitely would have to be an a-hole at some point just to get my point across. And I feel it coming. I'm getting a tad bit annoyed, yes.
And then just in general with this team, like I know, it might look outside like 1-5, but these last 3 games, like you guys have been on the razor's edge really from being 3-0. Like how good do you feel about maybe just the general direction of where this team is heading right now?
Oh, I feel very good. Of course, our record don't reflect that, but we're doing some really good things, and we just got to make sure we stick together and have each other back and play as a team. And I think we'll do great things this season.
And last question over to Leo. Leo, go ahead.
So I just wanted to ask you, how you feel like some of the newer additions to the team, have been really meshing together. Obviously, Mo is playing a lot now. Westbrook, she's getting a lot of minutes too. So how do you feel like they've been performing so far?
I think they've been doing great. Mo as well and Westbrook. I think they've been learning on the fly. Like I say, Cheryl been throwing a lot at the team, and they just picking it up in stride. And so they've been doing really good things for us, and I'm satisfied.
Great. Thank you, Sil.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sil.
Hey, AP. Anyone have any questions for AP? All right, Jace, go ahead.
Just dim it a little.
Hey, AP, just tonight, getting your offense going, what do you think maybe helps you get things kind of rolling the right way on the offensive end tonight?
You really want to know?
Yes.
Everybody knows I've been struggling offensively. And it's funny because BC said at first, she said, because I'm sick. I don't know if you guys can tell from my voice and stuff and how I feel sick. She said, well, Michael Jordan had his best game. Well, he had his best game when he had the flu or when he was sick. And I just started laughing. And I jogged, trying to get ready. And the coach came over and said the exact same thing. And it's funny because I texted Michael Jordan last night. And he said, I told him, like, I'm shooting bad. I'm in a shooting slump. I never been in a shooting slump before. I'm shooting before practice. I'm shooting after practice. I'm shooting extra shots. It's not like I'm not getting reps. That's why I texted him. And he texted me back and he said that I'm pressing. He said, let the game come to you. And he said, I don't want you to put any more extra work in. It's not your work. He said, just stop pressing, relax more, and let the game come to you. And I said, well, I felt like I was doing that last game. I felt like I was doing that last game, and I was missing wide open shots. He's like, it's okay. Just take a break and just let the game come to you, and don't shoot no extra shots. You shooting the shots you need, extra shots, but just relax. And that's what I did today. I just relaxed, It didn't matter what was said to me. I just relax and play my game. So shout out to Michael Jordan.
And with that, like, it obviously works tonight. And then having the success, does that help even continue relaxing moving forward now, knowing like, okay, this works for me? I don't know, like make it to keep you from pressing even moving forward?
Yeah, I think because I've never been in a shooting slump. I think the last shooting slump I've been in, my dad mentioned it to me, was in college. And I'm like, dang, man, I'm shooting so bad. So every miss just felt heavier and heavier. And when I talked to MJ, he was just like, relax. Like, this is what you do. It's okay to miss shots. And I feel like in the last couple games, it's like every miss felt like it was another brick on my back, This time if I missed, I was just like, all right, I missed it, whatever. All right, play some defense, try to get the next best shot. So it worked out.
That's how you normally feel when you miss, right? Like,
yeah, that's how I normally feel when I miss. But I think those few games where I was, 1-10, 1-12, it was just like, okay, what the hell is going on? Like, now I'm tense, on my shots. And I don't want to feel that way. You shouldn't feel like that. So today, if I miss, I was just like, all right, let's get it back on defense. And if I have another open possession, like if it's an open shot, I'll take it. If my teammate's open, I'll pass it. So, yeah.
All right, we'll go over to Jack. Jack, go ahead.
Hey, Pete, great game tonight. You tied a career high in the Lynx jersey with 6 assists tonight, kind of in the spirit of letting the game come to you. What did you see differently on the floor tonight? I know you obviously had a few really nice high-low passes. Is that something that you've been looking for more as defenses come up to you in the mid-range?
You said in the mid-range? Mid-range.
Or top 50, either one.
Yeah, mid-range is my game. Everybody knows, like, usually when I get in the mid-range, that's my bread and butter. But I was happy to get my teammates involved because, Coach been talking to me all year about getting more people involved in assists. So when I learned that I had 6 today, I was really happy, and I just want to continue to do that.
And then you also had 3 offensive rebounds, kind of continued to trend there of crashing the glass. You talked about using offensive rebounds as a way to try and help get Syl some easier looks. Is that something that has been an emphasis for you too, kind of throughout this shooting slump that you've had?
Yeah, definitely rebound. Coach gave me a goal actually the other day for 5 rebounds, try to get 5 rebounds. It doesn't matter offense, defense, like get in there. Mostly defense, get a couple offense, but definitely 5 rebounds. And then it's tough because we get some offensive rebounds. The defense is like, oh, shoot, they're lax. So getting to the ball, we definitely got to work more on that.
Thank you.
Leo?
AP, you mentioned that, you're sounding you're feeling a little bit sick recently. Do you feel like if you just stay sick, you'll continue to go off for, 20 some points? Or do you feel like, after this game, you feel like you've really gotten that, that monkey off your back and that, you're locked in now?
Let's get 2 games in before I feel like I got the monkey on my back, but I definitely feel like I'm shaking that mug off me a little bit. But I think just going in a game with the mindset of just being relaxed. I mean, I put a lot of work in that maybe people don't see. So it's not like I can't shoot. I think I was just in my head a little more than usual because usually I'm a confident player and I wasn't playing with that confidence. So just relaxing and letting the game come to me. Sorry.
Thank you. Hope you feel better soon.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Yeah, AP, you're in a shooting slump, not feeling great. Did you put any thought into just not giving it a go tonight?
Oh, no, never. Not me. I never, Coach asked me actually before the game, so how you feel? I was like, man, I feel sick. And she was like, you feel like you don't want to go? I said, no, I don't feel like that. Hold on, like I feel a little congested. And my teammates won't hear nothing that I'm saying because my voice is hoarse. I'm ready to go. Never thought Never thought. Sorry. There's some water. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Oh, it might be some in my bag. Any more questions?
We're all good. All right. Thank you. AP. Feel better.
Thanks, AP. Get better.